recapping another busy week of prep sports. It's High School Sports Talk on ESPN Radio 94.1.
Welcome back to High School Sports Talk, presented by VirginiaPreps.com here on this Saturday, 29th of June. Matt Hatfield here with you on ESPN Radio 94.1. We have a special guest on the line. He is the new head football coach of the Menchville Monarchs as they usher in a new era. He comes from Heritage, where he was previously an assistant coach. We say good morning and congrats on the new position to Rodney Taylor. Coach, how's the summer going for you?
Oh, man, it's amazing, man. We actually are out here right here presently having a car wash, man, trying to raise funds and just doing some team building activity out here. But it's going well, man. I definitely appreciate the call.
Oh, that's awesome. Real quickly, where's that car wash at? If anybody wants to come out and support the Monarchs, and how long is it going on till?
It's 10 to 2 right here on Warwick Boulevard, right beside the post office, and that we are in the parking lot of Advanced Auto. It's 484 Warwick Boulevard.
There you have it, a little free plug there for the car wash, so you can go out and support the Menchville football this coming year. And Coach, let's dive into your background. I just mentioned you come from Heritage, so got a chance to soak it up from one of the, I guess, now longer tenured coaches in the Peninsula District, well-respected George Chubs Massenburg, who played for the great Mike Smith at Hampton, and you saw the deep playoff appearances from Heritage. What'd you learn from him and take from that experience now that you can apply at Menchville?
I tell you what, man, my background has been primarily, man, I've been on the defense side of the ball. And the thing with Chubbs there, I call him Massenburg, he definitely gave me the window and the insight to the offensive side of the ball. More importantly, the blocking schemes on how to set things up and how to make things more fluid and more successful. So I definitely take that and we'll apply that to Monarch Nation here. So I'm definitely appreciative to that guy for giving me that most important part of wisdom about football on that side of the ball there.
As we introduce you to the audience and the fans out there, tell us more about your background, some of your playing days, college days, and early coaching days leading up to Menchville, in addition to your time at Heritage.
Born and raised in the Washington, D.C. area, played at Crosson High School. I was a starter at backer, at fullback. Definitely went to state championship, didn't win it in 92, lost it to Gatesburg High School. But from there, we went to Bowie State University, was a four-year starter there. From that point, we went to George Mason University, was assistant defensive coordinator there, coached linebackers. From that point, we went to Bowie High School. I coached the fullbacks and the running backs and was a special teams coordinator for 2 years there. Then we moved from the area and came on down to the 757. Went to Heritage and stayed there for 9 years as the backers coach, assistant backers coach for the varsity program, and the head JV coach for the Heritage Junior varsity football team.
I imagine you wanted to be a head coach for a while, or had that in your mind that it could be something you'd consider and ponder there. When did you know this Menchville job was a job that you wanted, and what drew you to the position?
I think at the 9-year mark, Massenburg and I always joke, after 9 years, it's time to get out of the nest. You got to leave. He left Hampton after 9 years, so he asked me, what were my plans, what I was going to do, and I said, what happens after 9 years. We got to leave the nest and start our own. So when the opportunity presented itself over at Menchville, I knew they had a good foundation. Definitely thanks to our former coach Ray Savage for putting the foundation down there. Players, the parent support, the community, the atmosphere, the teachers, the administration, it just was a perfect fit. So we definitely had to jump on that and come on over here and finish the job out.
We're chatting with Rodney Taylor, the new head football coach of the Menchville Monarchs. He takes over for Ray Savage, our guest here on High School Sports Talk, presented by VirginiaPreps.com on ESPN Radio 94.1, as Menchville looks to make some noise this coming season, moving down from Class 5 to Class 4 in Region A. And, Coach, as you take a look at this big picture here, at Heritage, you were there when the program was winless and had some struggles, and you walk into Menchville here, and they've had some guys come through there. I mean, David Macklin comes to mind, who's played in the National Football League, and the other sports at Menchville have done quite well, yet Menchville has not finished 500 since 1996. Is this a day-by-day, brick-by-brick situation for you, or can a quick fix happen there?
Well, I don't think it would be a quick fix. I think, I thank Coach Ray Savage for putting down a great foundation, because we definitely have some gems still here. It won't be a quick fix. It is it's a build. The foundation's already laid. We have to put up the walls and the roof, and go ahead and start decorating the inside. So we're definitely under construction. But I think those days. Well, it's not think. I believe and know that those days are over. The Monarch Nation will definitely will rise and show the PD, that we definitely can ball and compete very well.
And I remember watching a few of the games, either live or on Huddle, the last couple of years, and there were some good backs. I believe one of them might have been Gio Hales last year that showed some promise. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Who are some names we should keep an eye out for, and what's it looking like for you there on the offensive side?
Definitely, Giovanni Hales is going to tote the rock for us and contribute heavily from that tailback position. Our quarterback, Brady Schwartz, he's definitely getting things together. We definitely have a couple linemen that we definitely are proud of, Ahmad Taylor, Braden Goggins. So we're getting there. Just piece by piece, the offense is definitely coming together. It's actually ahead of defense right now, and that's definitely a good positive thing to get that offense on schedule. Actually, it's ahead of schedule at this time.
Before we flip over to the defensive side of the ball, I know coaches are very cautious about giving away all the secrets and what they're going to run, but what should we look for? Spread, wing tee, what are kind of the system that we should expect for the Monarchs on offense this year?
Whatever can get the ball in the end zone.
So multiple?
No, it'll definitely be a hybrid, man. Once we get all the pieces together, everything looks good when you in shirts and helmet, what have you, but when we put the pads on and we see how physical we can be, how quick, how organized, how disciplined we are, then we can start getting a really good sense of purpose and understanding of what we're able to do. But if anyone needs insight into it, it's definitely 60-40 to the ground. So 60% running, 40% through the air.
Gotcha. Balanced, and you got to do what's best for the group in terms of getting the points on the board. Well, moving to the defensive side of the ball, I know a lot of schools fight the depth issues. Should we expect some of the O linemen to double in the D line, and how the linebackers and D backs looking as well?
Well, definitely, Coach Dom Smith, he definitely has the secondary looking really well. Right now, we're looking like we may have to two-platoon a little bit for consistency or what have you, but again, the numbers continue to increase, so we're definitely we're looking if we can definitely keep a set of D linemen fresh to them just on the defensive side of the ball, and I have the O linemen just concentrate on that. I think that will definitely help us, and it's looking good. It's definitely looking like we will be able to compete well in regards to our depth or what have you.
Couple more minutes here with Rodney Taylor, the new head football coach of the Menchville Monarchs, our guest here on High School Sports Talk, presented by VirginiaPreps.com on ESPN Radio 94.1. And coaches, I know, always like to find that hidden gem or that unsung player, someone that's really working hard in the off season. You got someone that you'd like to, or it could be a couple of guys that have really stood out to you here as you've taken over, may have some next level potential. They could be a young kid, they could be a rising senior that you really want to just give credit to for how hard they've been working since you took over.
Oh man, definitely one of my guys, man, Cole Richardson, man. He's a 6'2", about 190-pound defensive end, outside linebacker, man. This guy has an amazing work ethic, man, and motor. We're definitely watching this guy. He's I think he carries about a 4.1 GPA, so that kid is definitely going to be something special. Ahmad Taylor, he's out here, about 6'3", 260-pound. DN offensive tackle. I think he's going to be a rising junior or what have you. We definitely have some pieces to the puzzle. We got a transfer coming from New Mexico, Thomas Jones. Outstanding receiver DB. And I mean outstanding, I'm talking about take the top off the defense type speed. So we definitely have some pieces, man. The Monarch Nation will definitely be proud of what we put on the field this year.
That's awesome to hear. And I'm transitioning down from Class 4. You're familiar with it from coming from Heritage, and I see your first game is against Granby to open up the season. They have a new head coach, and Larry Archie, who will be hearing a little bit from some sound we had at the Portsmouth team camp.
You got to be kidding me. My gosh. Coach Archie was my offensive coordinator at Bowie State University.
Was he really?
Wow. That is amazing.
That's your first game.
My gosh. What an amazing gift. Oh, my gosh, man. That is awesome, man. That is awesome.
Well, you can always go with the my normal co-host, Coach Ed Young from Nansemond River, the basketball coach, always says win or buy. So you can always tell Coach Archie the winner is buys. So But give me your thought on as you get prepared for that game, and then also your two scrimmages. You got two scrimmages lined up for the late August?
Yes, sir. It's, the first one's against Great Bridge down in Chesapeake. The next one is Hickory down in Chesapeake. So we definitely going to travel so we can learn how to make sure we travel well. So we make sure we're nice and organized and prepared. And just, get the boys out of the city and, on the other side of the water there just to, see how they react and how they compete and whatnot. But I tell you, man, going against Coach Archie, opening up, that's gonna be awesome because I already know that offense that he brings from IC Norcom. I'm already understanding and got an eye in regards to what he's going to try to do.
Yeah, indeed, and he's always someone that many of the coaches and people around the area speak highly of, just a quality person he is, as well as what he's done as a coach.
Most definitely.
So that should be fun coming up for anybody who wants to see that. I guess it's the teacher versus the pupil coming up on August the 30th. Yes. Menchville against Granby. It'll be at Powhatan Field in Norfolk on Friday, August the 30th.
That's going to be amazing. Amazing. I can't wait.
Well, Coach, we can't wait to see what's in store for you and the Monarch Nation out there at Menchville High School and Newport News. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, the car wash, and I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much.
Our pleasure.
And,
yes, sir.
And much blessings to the Monarch Nation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach. We wish you all the best, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.
That's Rodney Taylor, the head football coach of the Menchville Monarchs, with us here on High School Sports Talk, brought to you by VirginiaPreps.com on ESPN Radio 94.1. How neat is that? He goes up against his former coach in game one. I think he was maybe more surprised than I was hearing that he's got Larry Archie and the Granby Comets in game one from his days at Bowie State. How about that? So we'll actually hopefully be squeezing in some sound from Larry Archie coming up in a bit. But next up, we're going to hear from Arthur Moats. He was on the 757 at 6 a couple of Mondays ago with yours truly and the coach Ed Young. We'll open up the phone lines again here on High School Sports Talk. Don't you go anywhere because it's ESPN Radio 94.1.